Crystal Deal With It focuses on bridging the gap between where you're at now and where you'd like to be. We'll explore wisdom and techniques from a wide variety of domains and industries and apply them to your unique challenges. I love developing frameworks, processes, and storytelling metaphors that enable personal and business growth. Through actionable next steps, we'll build momentum and confidence. My goal is to help you clear roadblocks, do more with what you have, and realize the potential of yourself and your team. So throw your challenges my way, and Chris will deal with it. First, an AI statement that all elements of this episode are products of the author, Chris Kreuter, and made without the use of any AI tools. Welcome to Part 9 of our Summer Principles series. This episode can be listened to by itself, but for greater context, refer back to the intro episode number 32. Note that the principles in this series are what work for me. They allow me to thrive and live my values as best as I can. I'm not advocating the adoption of my specific set of principles. Rather, I'm attempting to showcase the power of principles by providing more context on how they can be defined, codified, and embedded into the thoughts and actions of our lives. Principle number 9. Thoughtful opinions held loosely. Where does this principle come from? I got the specific phrasing for this principle from the fantastic Shane Parrish, who runs the Farnham Street newsletter and Knowledge Project podcast. But the root of this principle is the desire to be open-minded. It's an acceptance that we don't and can't know everything. And what we think we know could be wrong or partially in error. It could be clouded by poor context, shallowness of understanding, or the passage of time. There needs to be discernment and critical thinking brought to the evaluation of facts and ideas. Respect the content of those facts and ideas, but also the biases that are inherent to the source or the nature of the thing itself. Why is this principle important? Consider all the ways our vision of the universe is incomplete. The sheer volume of information, experiences, and hard-earned understanding that we lack. The vastness of everything we will never be able to witness. This should be humbling. Yet despite this massive gap in understanding, and the impossibility of understanding, it's important that we share our visions, our opinions, talents, and wisdom. We should help shape the narrative of our tiny corners of the universe. But the value of our perspective is no less than that of any other corners. And realize that they aren't corners at all, but tiny specks that are open at all sides, free to flitter about and explore other specks and be investigated by others. Consciousness is never tied to a single point in space or time. It's allowed to change and evolve through its interactions with other perspectives. So how does living this principle impact myself and others? Being open-minded leads to a willingness to listen, debate, and interact with someone else's ideas. This is a vital skill to building stronger relationships and communities. We can vehemently disagree with someone or something without malice or denigration. We may strive to hold our opinions loosely, but we should hold on to them when they're true to our experience. But holding and defending are very different things. One is internal to ourselves, holding, and the other is entrenchment, defending, drawing a battle line. The inability for many to take the time to listen to different perspectives leads to hurt feelings on a small scale and political polarization on a larger one. We shouldn't seek to estrange or oversimplify our neighbors. Again, their perspective, however much it may differ from our own, has evolved from their unique set of experiences, education, media exposure, upbringing, social pressures, temperament, belief, etc., etc. So how does living this principle look like in action? Challenge your perspectives. Put in the effort to hear out the opinions that at first glance are vastly different or diametrically opposed from your own. Keep a healthy amount of newness in what you consume. Read books in different genres once in a while. Check out a broadcast on the other end of the political spectrum. Ask for recommendations from someone with a vastly different perspective. You don't have to do this all the time, and you can be skeptical as hell while you do it, but being opportunistic and honest about it can help you broaden your horizons. Gaining a better understanding of others' perspectives can help you find similarities and connections with your own. You can then use these bridges and develop some common ground and understanding between people and ideas. Here's a fun recent example from my own life, as I recently gave romance novels a shot. I got some fantastic recommendations and quickly realized that I enjoyed them. Now, I don't read them all the time, but I feel that I grew from the experience, not just as a reader, but definitely as a writer and as a husband too. Now, if you disagree with someone, don't attack them. They have as much right to their opinion as you do of yours. Instead, focus on sharing perspectives. Give them insight into yours and ask deeper questions to better understand theirs. Aim to make them feel heard and respected. Even if their opinions have no impact on you directly, you'll gain a deeper understanding of them. Again, building that bridge. So today's quote is from the oft-quoted David Foster Wallace's speech, "This is Water." But of course, there are all different kinds of freedom, and the kind that is most precious you will not hear much talk about in the greater outside world of wanting and achieving. The really important kind of freedom involves attention and awareness and discipline, and being able truly to care about other people and to sacrifice for them over and over in myriad petty, unsexy ways every day. That is real freedom. That is being educated and understanding how to think. The alternative is unconsciousness, the default setting, the rat race, the constant gnawing sense of having had and lost some infinite thing. And with that, have a great day. If you feel that Chris dealt with it, I'd appreciate your support of the show by sharing it with someone who might benefit. Ratings on your favorite podcast player are also helpful in growing the audience. Visit chriskroiter.com for free downloadable PDFs with notes and resources from today's episode, sign up for the CDWI mailing list, or to send in your problems or requests for future shows. That's CHRISKREUTER.com, or use the link in the show notes. Thanks for listening to Chris Will Deal With It.